this technology, that we should be teleporting instead of flying planes and around and polluting the atmosphere, and using all the Earth's resources, and that we should all be able to use this looking glass technology and all this stuff. And so that's why he's talking. Now, to address that, I did want to address that, because somebody on one of the videos, I think it was the first video of the 2-hour interview, says that, oh my god, if this shit turns out to be true, there's gonna be a civil war. Well, my question is like, who? Between who? And anybody who wants to kind of, and I know David Wilcock kind of has an angry tone, like they're bad, the Illuminati are bad, and especially David Icke. I don't think they're that bad. They're just people who are trying to get a handle on this technology before everybody else does, just so that it's under control. It's kind of like, weapons. Like if everybody had, this is going to be a really bad analogy, but if the Native Americans had just as good of weaponry as we did, we never would have been able to take over the Native Americans, because we did it with superior weapons. And so in that way, if all of the third world countries had looking glass technology and teleportation technology and all that stuff, then they'd be just as powerful as first world countries, and maybe that's not a good thing. And my idea is that, this is my opinion, that the United States of America is inhabited by the best people in the world, the most high quality people. And I've traveled 10 years out of the country. I've been out of the country 10 years. I was out of the country, for 4 years, 2.5 months, solidly, without coming back at all. I lived in one single foreign country for 5 years, in Chile. And I've worked in 4 different countries. I have experience in these other countries, and I don't trust these countries. I don't think that I think these third world undeveloped countries are like that because the people are low quality. I call them dirtbags, and I don't say it like that in a snide kind of a way. A dirtbag is something with this great potential that's just wrapped up and can't see the light of day and can't germinate and is just there festering and rotting. And that's what I see of a third world person because of their closed-mindedness. So if you want to, I do think this stuff should come out, but as far as calling Illuminati people bad, as evil people, it's like, look, somebody has to. It's like anybody would be a sellout. Vanilla Ice said it himself. He goes, I sold out, sure, but anybody would have sold out. And on that token, anybody in that kind of a position, especially if you're a patriotic person in your country, you're gonna want to make sure your country's got this technology under control, and that you've got all your bases covered, and you have a battle plan before you go around letting everybody have it. I think that would be irresponsible. People who aren't ready for it. Look at the world today. People blame shit on other people way too much, even blaming the media. Oh, damn media. Well, look, it's you're watching the media. The media wouldn't be able to survive if you didn't watch TV. So don't blame the media, blame the people who watch the media. Instead of saying, goddamn media, goddamn people controlling the media, just go knock on your neighbor's door and go, goddamn neighbor, why don't you have posters of UFOs on your wall? Why did you give me the 3rd degree for saying the word marijuana? It really does. It starts with the individual. So I'm sure the people who are in control of what do you call it, clandestine projects, would be more than happy to come clean. And if the people were to finally be like, all right, come clean, but the people aren't like that. Sure, 80% of the people believe aliens exist. But I bet you out of those 80%, 95% of those motherfuckers would want to remain anonymous, or they're not totally sure. Oh shit, I have to pee. I'm gonna have to put this on pause. Okay, I was talking about, Illuminati people. So somebody, mentioned, oh, there's gonna be a civil war. Turns out this shit was true, damn bastards keeping it a secret, and it's like, well, yeah, maybe we should start to guess what's going to happen in the world post-disclosure. What will that be like? And my prediction is, number one, these people aren't that bad. It's really the fault of the citizenry for not coming clean, because they're just not ready for it, obviously, because nobody admits it. If you look in history, people get forgiven really easily. I think if all these government people came clean, we'd be able to move on really quickly. The problem would come in with the people the normal people who still won't believe that aliens are here, or are convinced that all the aliens are evil. That's where the problem's going to be, but that's another video. But these black budget people, it's not going to be bad on them. Their heads aren't going to be up, because if you look at World War II, all of those Nazis were brought to America to start our space program. They were treated like gold here, and these were like high-end Nazis. Like if you look at pictures of the Nazis, the top Nazis with Hitler in the front, and there's only like 20 of them in the picture. Werner von Braun's right there in the photo. Even the citizens of the normal German citizens, they had soldiers who fought and died for their country, and then they lost, and now they're normal German people again. They're hippies. Everybody loves Germans. The German people knew about the concentration camps. They just pretended like they didn't know. They knew, So it's like that. All the people involved in the project, they know. But then, somebody brings the project out, and those people are like, okay, yeah, it's true. Whatever. So anyways, post-disclosure, what's that going to be like? Maybe that's a whole nother video. Maybe I should make that another video, because this video is Andy Basiago. Anyways, that's what he talks about. I think I'm running out. Maybe I should just end this video. It's pretty interesting. I recommend listening to this guy's stories. Yeah, what does it mean? That's a whole nother video. I think I'm going to just start over.